Giants Nation. Buckle up, because we're diving into some electrifying New York Giants news that's got me buzzing like Times Square on game day. We're talking about our superstar wide receiver Malik Nabers and his game-changing connection with veteran quarterback Russell Wilson. This duo is sparking some serious chemistry, and it's about to set the field on fire. Are you ready to hear how Nabers is stepping up as a leader and why this could be the key to a monster 2025 season for our Giants? Let's get into it. Picture this. It's springtime at the Giants training facility in East Rutherford. The smell of fresh-cut grass in the air, and the energy is palpable. Malik Nabers, the electrifying second-year wideout, is out there grinding, catching pinpoint passes from none other than Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl champ with knack for dropping dimes. Head coach Brian Daboll dropped a bombshell on Tuesday, saying Wilson's had a very positive impact on Nabers since workouts began. Giants fans, this is the kind of mentorship we've been craving. But here's the real question. How's this veteran rookie dynamic shaping Nabers into the leader our team needs? Stay with me, because this story's got layers, and it's about to get juicy. Let's rewind for a second. If you followed the Giants last season, you know Nabers was a straight-up beast. The 6th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft lit up the stat sheet, finishing 5th in the league with 109 receptions and 7th with 1,204 receiving yards, plus 7 touchdowns in just 15 games, according to ESPN. That's not just good, that's elite for a rookie. But as dazzling as Nabers was on the field, the Giants' locker room felt a void. When GM Joe Schoen let Saquon Barkley walk in free agency back in March 2024, it left a leadership gap that stung. Giants Nation, we felt that one, didn't we? Who was going to step up and rally the troops? Enter Malik Nabers, not just as a playmaker, but as a voice. On Wednesday, Nabers opened up to reporters about how he's been working on his leadership, thanks to some deep talks with Russell Wilson. It's just being more vocal about getting guys ready to go or making sure we're on the right path. Nabers said, straight from the Giants' official website, he admitted he's naturally quiet, often lost in his own head, but Wilson's been pushing him to break out of that shell. Sometimes I have to step outside of those boundaries and get guys riled up. Nabers explained, can you imagine this kid, already a highlight machine, now firing up the receiver room like a coach on 4th and goal? That's the kind of energy that could turn our Giants into a playoff contender. Now, let's talk about Russell Wilson's role in this. This guy's a 9-time Pro Bowler, and he's not just here to sling passes. He's molding Nabers into a leader. Wilson himself praised Nabers on Wednesday, saying he's done a great job with his leadership, his voice in the film room too. That's huge, Giants Nation. When a vet like Wilson gives props like that, you know something special's brewing. Nabers isn't just catching passes. He's catching wisdom, soaking up every bit of knowledge from a quarterback who's been to the mountaintop. And let me tell you, when Wilson drops those deep balls right in the bucket, as Nabers put it, where only his receiver can snag it, that's the kind of precision that could keep rookie QB Jackson Dart on the sidelines for a while. Speaking of Dart, the Giants are banking on him as the future CEO of this offense. But right now, he's learning from the sidelines. The team's plan is clear. Let Dart marinate, soak up knowledge from Nabers and Wilson, and develop into the franchise quarterback we all hope he can be. But let's be real. If Wilson and Nabers start connecting for big plays early in the season, like in that Week 1 showdown against the Washington Commanders on September 7th, 2025, Dart might be holding that clipboard for a minute. And I'm not mad about it. A Wilson-Nabers connection could be the spark this team needs to dominate the NFC East. What do you think, Giants Nation? Are we looking at a dynamic duo that's going to light up the scoreboard? Let's paint the scene for that opener against the Commanders. FedEx Field, packed with fans, the Giants in their classic blue jerseys, and Nabers streaking down the sideline. Wilson lofts a perfect spiral, 50 yards in the air, and Nabers hauls it in for a touchdown, silencing the Washington crowd. Can you feel the chills? That's the kind of play we're talking about when Nabers says Wilson puts the ball where only he can catch it. If they bring that chemistry to the regular season, we could be looking at a statement win to kick things off. But here's where you come in, Giants Nation. What's your prediction for Week 1? Drop it in the comments, because I want to hear how hyped you are. Now, Let's zoom out for a second and talk about why this matters. The Giants have been starving for stability since the days of Eli Manning. Last season, we saw flashes of brilliance from Neighbors, but the team finished 6-11 for the Giant official site. Not exactly the return to glory we're all dreaming of, right? The departure of Saquon left a hole, not just in the run game, but in the heart of the team. Neighbors stepping up as a vocal leader could be the missing piece. Imagine him hyping up the receiver room, getting guys like Wan'Dale Robinson and Jalen Hyatt fired up, while Wilson's veteran presence keeps the offense steady. That's a recipe for success, and it's got me pumped. But let's keep it real. Leadership off the field only goes so far. If Neighbors and Wilson don't connect for those big plays, all the film room talk in the world won't matter. That's why their chemistry is so critical. Neighbors said it best. Wilson's deep passes are right in the bucket. That's not just skill, that's trust. That's hours of reps in practice, building a bond that could carry this team deep into January. And with the NFC East as competitive as ever, looking at you, Eagles and Cowboys, this connection could be the X factor that puts the Giants back on top. So, Giants Nation, what's the ceiling for this team in 2025? Playoffs? Division title? Let's hear your bold predictions in the comments. To keep this fresh, I check the latest updates on New York Giants news and the official Giants website. This was around Neighbors' growth, with reports from Giants.com noting his increased vocal presence in team meetings. Plus, a recent article from ESPN highlighted Wilson's mentorship, emphasizing how he's helping younger players like Neighbors and Dart navigate the pressures of the NFL. This is all consistent with what we're seeing. Neighbors is evolving not just as a player, but as a cornerstone of this franchise. If you're hearing any other Giants rumors out there, let me know in the comments so we can talk about it. Let's talk stats for a second, because numbers don't lie. Neighbors' 109 catches and 1,204 yards last season put him in elite company. Only 4 players had more receptions, and only 6 had more yards. For a rookie, that's insane. But here's the kicker. He did that without a veteran like Wilson throwing to him full time. Now, with Wilson's pinpoint accuracy and Neighbors' freakish athleticism, we could be looking at an even bigger year. Maybe 120 catches, 1,500 yards. I'm dreaming big, Giants Nation, and I want you to dream with me. What's your stat prediction for Neighbors in 2025? As we look ahead, the Giants season opener against the Commanders is just the start. The schedule's tough. Games against Philly, Dallas, and Tampa Bay loom large. But if Neighbors and Wilson can keep building this chemistry, we got a shot to shock some people. And don't sleep on the defense, led by Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau. If the offense can match that intensity, we're talking about a team that could flip the script on last year's disappointment. So, Giants Nation, what's the vibe? Are we sneaking into the playoffs? Or are we going all the way? Hit me with your thoughts. Before I wrap this up, let's take a moment to appreciate what Neighbors is doing. This kid's only 22, and he's already carrying the weight of a franchise. Stepping out of his comfort zone to lead, learning from a future Hall of Famer like Wilson, and putting up numbers that make defenses sweat, it's special. Giants fans, we've got a star, and he's only getting brighter. But leadership isn't just about one guy. It's about the whole team buying in. Will guys like Darius Slayton and Daniel Jones, if he's still in the mix, follow Neighbors' lead? That's the question that could define our season. All right, Giants Nation, it's time to bring this home. Malik Neighbors and Russell Wilson are building something special, and I'm all in for what's coming next. The New York Giants are on the rise, and we're not just here to play. We're here to dominate. So what do you think? Is Neighbors the leader we've been waiting for? Can Wilson unlock his full potential? And how far are we going in 2025? Drop your thoughts, your predictions, and your hype in the comments below, because I'm reading every single one. If you're as fired up as I am about this New York Giants news, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with every Giants fan you know. Let's make some noise, Giants Nation. Until next time, keep bleeding blue